Hello and welcome back to another episode with me. I'm really excited about doing this one because so many of you reached out into my DMs after I posted last week the 4 stages of an affair. Many of you said that, what do we do? How do I react? I've just caught my partner. Do I approach them? Do I let them know? Do I stay? I have children. Where do I go from here, Shazmin? And I thought this video would be beautiful for 2 reasons. Number 1, I want this video to be for the person that has cheated on you to be able to watch this, to really understand what it is you've been going through. Number 2, this will just be a beautiful solution for you because I'm going to give you guys the how, just simple basic steps on how both of you can recover from whatever it is you're going through. Now, there are different kinds of scenarios when it comes to cheating and affairs. So naturally we have the chronic cheater, and a lot of people I've seen are in this pattern where they're newly dating or they've been with somebody for a couple of years, but they keep forgiving the person that keeps cheating on them. When you have somebody that's a chronic cheater, you need to be able to make a decision about whether you stay in this relationship or not, because this kind of person just thinks about themselves, and it's really a selfish place and the lowest place to be in a relationship, because obviously a healthy relationship will mean that I always put you first and I think about you. And many healthy relationships have had partners have affairs and cheat. Now you might be like, wait a minute, Shazmin, if it's a healthy relationship, this should have never happened. But a lot of healthy relationships still have healthy fights, and sometimes we don't address the things that are going on in relationships, and it gives somebody the outlet. It gives them the one-up to feel that they're justified to have the affair and to cheat on you. So the first place I want to begin with is, if you have found out your partner is cheating, I want you to take a moment and recognize this is not your fault, and it has nothing to do with you. Your relationship might have been strained. It might have been in a place where this person was just looking for something more exciting, but it's not because you were not showing up or you were not doing what you had to do. Even if the relationship is strained, it means both of you have to put in the effort to make that work. And it's never an option for someone to feel, because this relationship is not where I want it to be, I get to cheat. And you never are allowed to use the relationship's not working parts as a justification to why you've cheated. What is your partner going through having found out that you have cheated? First of all, they're going to question everything about them. If they're female, they are going to stalk the other person to see what was it about this person that you loved more, that you liked more. They're going to compare everything from their bodies to their hearts to their minds, and they're going to cripple themselves to feel like they're not good enough. And that's the first thing you need to be able to recognize, that your partner feels like they have just lost all sense of hope, all sense of self-esteem and confidence. When I talk about a loss of hope, when you start building the relationship you were building for this long-term end goal, or even if you're in a marriage, you began it with trust, you began it with warmth, you began it with having someone start to believe that this is possible. We can have this beautiful relationship, we can have children, you can be my forever. But then you've gone and cheated, and you've broke all of that. You've taken forever out of the equation for me. You've made me question whether I'm worthy or not. And most of all, you've broken trust, and you're leaving me in a place to feel, can I ever trust you again? I want you to be able to take a moment to be able to sit and think, if this happened to you and your partner did this to you, how would you feel? And what in your world would have changed? Because that's exactly what your partner is going through. Not only questioning the foundation of the relationship, but questioning everything about the relationship. They start to look at everything and join dots backwards, saying, now I understand why you weren't present. Now I understand the extra fights. Now I understand why you just let go of the relationship and you stopped trying. So should I keep trying? And you've got to be able to learn that you're going to have to deal with the anger. So what I love, Esther Perel, she teaches something. She says, when infidelity happens, don't become a detective. Don't turn around and say, as the victim, I want to know where you were meeting. Was they better in bed than me? Was, this person something you've been waiting for your entire life? Were you going to marry them? If you did not get caught, would this have been continuing? Would you have divorced me at some point? She turns around and says the best way to be able to deal with it is look at it as investigative. So you turn around and say, if I did not catch you, would you have still chosen me? Why are you choosing to stay with me in this relationship right now? Are you with me just for the kids? Do you really want to make this work? Are you willing to go through all the anger and pain that's going to come up over the next couple of months? Are you willing to stand by my side and tolerate we could be having a great day, but I could get triggered with something that I watch, smell, see, or feel and question you about the affair again? Are you going to be patient enough to take me through the healing process? Now, there are two ways we're going to look at healing. We're going to look at healing as a couple, and then you're going to have to at some point look at healing on your own. And I've worked with so many couples, so many that have dealt with infidelity, and the ones that end up in the coaching sessions, I have so much respect for, because they've realized that they've made a fatal mistake and they do not want to lose the person that they're with. And a lot of times they're trying to understand the why to why they cheated, and I tell them you've got to be able to move from that to be the person that's not going to make this affair about you. You have to be able to make this affair about the healing for the person that has just found out. How do we do that? First of all, you do not get to say after 3 months or 6 months, you keep bringing up the past, because I hear that over and over. I've worked with so many couples that have gone through hell and back to be able to make the relationship work after an affair. And at some point, the person that had the affair gets exhausted and tired after 6 months to a year and will turn around and say, we've been doing so well and you're just using this to be able to bring us down. You are using the affair to keep dragging us back. We went for the coaching. We've done the therapy. Why are you holding on to this? You should let it go. You're holding on to the past. And I turn around and tell people, the affair is going to last as long as you help the person heal through it. Now, what is this person dealing with right now other than a loss of trust, a loss of questioning who they are? They're dealing with, do I stay, do I not, if I've got children? Where do I go? My whole world has crumbled. And we've heard this over and over again. If he ever cheats or she ever cheats, it's over. I'll never stay. It's the same as when we say, if he ever hits me or she ever hits me, I'm done. I'm leaving. But what I've come to realize in the last 10 years is it's not that easy and it's not that simple. Not when you have all these dreams, you've got family involved, you've got children involved, you've nurtured each other to reach this point. It's the end of one part of the relationship and it's the beginning of the next phase of your relationship if the two of you are willing to work on it. And it's going to take work. So first of all, you don't get to say you're bringing up the past. The second thing I would suggest, in a healthy, safe environment with a coach or with a therapist, or while you're even watching this video, is to grab a pen and paper and to be able to address all the questions this person has in a healthy way. There's going to be anger, there's going to be sadness. Somebody might end up walking away because they're overwhelmed. Follow your partner. Give them space to understand you are so remorseful, but the remorse should not be about them telling you it's okay and them making you feel better about the affair, which I see a lot in the beginning. It's about you just understanding what I've done is wrong and I need to be fully present for this person. I'm going to listen to all the questions and I'm going to do my best to answer them. And you don't get to say, I don't know why, because you do know why. You made a conscious decision every single time you had that affair to go out and to meet the person. You chose to lie. You chose to build this bridge between you and your current partner so that you'd not feel guilty about what you were going to do. So you don't get to say, I don't know why I did this. You don't get to love bomb them. You have to break down what has gone on in the most bite-sized ways so this person can slowly start to piece together whatever was broken. I want you to be able to sit down with your partner. Now, one of the exercises I do through the coaching, and you can do it right now, is to be able to face each other. And I want you to just simply look your partner in the eye, and without verbalizing anything, I want you to just say with eye contact, I am sorry. And I want your partner to be able to sit there and just take that in and let whatever emotion arises, let them voice whatever comes out. And I want you to just sit there and say, I am sorry. But with all your heart and all your sincerity. They could turn around and say, you're the worst person in the world. I am sorry. They could turn around and say, I hate you. And you turn around and say, I understand. I am sorry. A lot of the times when you've been caught having the affair, the victim of the affair turns around to feel that they didn't get the apology that they wanted. They didn't get the closure that they're looking for. They didn't get to see in your eyes, you understand the pain that you've put them through. And in that moment, that's all they need from you, consistently. For some people, it's a month, and for some people, it's 3. But you've got to recognize that an affair breaches and breaks everything. It's the most selfish act that can be done. And now the most selfless act you can do is to be 100% present to how they feel. I've had a lot of people turn around to say, I do not want to watch certain movies. I don't want to go to certain restaurants. A couple of things changed for me now because I find that even if it's been 2 years down the line, I go back to looking at the person he or she was having that affair with on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll often find myself questioning why? What was it about them? But the one thing you have to be able to recognize for your healing journey is that it has nothing to do with the other person. You are perfect, you are whole. And I have so many people that turn around and say, Shazmin, if I'm choosing to make my marriage work, if I'm choosing to make this relationship work, I'm getting so judged by the outside world. Everyone outside is telling me, leave. How can you stay with them? They cheated on you for 2 to 3 years. And I turn around and tell people there's no shame in choosing to say, I want to make this work and it's not going to be easy. So both of you need to be able to understand it's you. It's making your world small right now, small enough to cut out the external noise so both of you can be able to deal with this. You're going to have friends and family that have an opinion, but the two of you know what it is you need to create. Now, you took the effort to have the affair. You take the effort now to make sure they feel safe again. The other part of healing now comes in from your side. If you've chosen to leave, I will do a completely different video for you on how you can work through the steps of healing after a journey like that. But if you choose to stay with your partner, you've got to be able to first recognize you want to be kind to yourself. You want to be able to honor where you are and how much you've been through. You then want to turn around and say, I'm not going to be here to blame you. I'm not going to be here to break you. But you want to be able to communicate and take everything you're going through in a more effective way. Even if you make your partner defensive, and the two of you are watching this right now, the person who's had the affair, you have to digest and deal with. This is not going to be the most ideal situation. This is not one of those we watch How to Fight Right and Shazmin's taught us these are the steps to be able to have effective communication. I promise you, I've seen numerous times where effective communication, the beginning of finding out you've been having an affair, it doesn't work because this partner is just distraught. They're going through all the grieving stages of the anger, the sadness. They feel depressed. They feel you don't care. How could you break our trust? How could you break our dreams? Give them room to feel it. Let it come out. And I promise you, part of your healing and being kind to yourself is knowing that you deserve and you are allowed to go through that phase. And it's okay to feel deep emotion of pain. It's okay to question, and you don't have to rush to fix it. But you both need to be able to move into the stages now of how do we rebuild the foundation all over again. So these few steps will really help you come back to slowly realigning. This video is not going to solve all of the affair problems, and I'll do a series of them that can help the both of you. But try the first exercise, because it's been one of the most beautiful ones I've done for couples in coaching, when they really sit face to face and a man or a woman is really able to see the pain that they have caused in the other person. They are able to truly repent, and they're able to slowly, with the hand holding, even in that exercise, just build and bring up small pieces of intimacy again. Take this pain, use it to mean something, use it to elevate you in a certain way, and I promise you the two of you have a beautiful chance to make it work. Just listen, be present, repent, be apologetic, and give your spouse the room to be able to make it work. Don't feel ashamed to reach out for coaching. Don't feel ashamed to need therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. In situations like this that can be so hot and someone can make a decision, it helps to have a third party just be present to help guide you guys into the right way to make this work. I will do a series of these for you because it has been so requested in my DMs, so many different scenarios of the affair, finding out, cheating. But this video is really dedicated to you understanding what your partner has gone through. Maybe they're not able to tell it to you well enough, but this video can do it for you. So I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you've been through. There's no shame. Write it out in the comments, the different videos you want me to do for you guys. This YouTube channel is for you. It's not for me. It's all about you getting these little therapy coaching sessions, feeling like you've got somebody in your corner that loves you and cares about you. So don't forget, subscribe, comment, and leave a message for Dreams, so he actually feels warm, fuzzy, and loved to show up in every single video. And I cannot wait to see you in the next one.